Right, okay. So this is the sort of, how can we put it? The precursor to the main video that I have. Alright, well now Ukraine are under full-scale Russian attack. Let's just have a look at what the BBC News is saying about it, and then we will be covering this one in a full-on vlogumentary, if you will, about how this war, I think, may very well go. All right. So let's have a look at some of the summary. We have Russian forces that launch a full-scale assault on the Ukraine, with its military attacking the country from the north, the east, and the south. People in the capital of Kiev have been hearing explosions and air raid sirens throughout the day. Thousands of people have been trying to flee and seek safety in neighbouring countries. Ukraine vows to fight back, and its president warns this could be the start of a major European war. NATO Defence Alliance denounces Russia's invasion as cold-blooded and long-planned. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson says Russia has unleashed a tidal wave of violence against Ukraine. This is the interesting point, and this is a major one. Well, the next two are. The UK, EU and allies are hitting Russia with new sanctions, but will not send troops. In my up-and-coming vlogumentary, you will see why that in itself is a very, very bad idea. Okay? And lastly, Vladimir Putin, this is the president of obviously Russia, warns that Moscow's response will be instant if anyone tries to take on Russia. It's at that point where this is actually kind of quite serious. All right? If anyone tries to take it on, all right, we will be looking at that, because there are multiple options that Russia do have. They could either unleash sanctions of their own, or could start calling on the help of its potential allies, which may be bringing in Kazakhstan, Mongolia and China. Well, should Kazakhstan and Mongolia get involved? Hard to say, but it could involve China. And it could get quite nasty. Right? So, yeah, there you are. There's the latest on the ground, obviously. So there's the whole strikes, explosions. All right. You see what's going on. The main airport's been hit as well, Kiev. All right. Dozens of military personnel and civilians are reported killed. All right. This is not looking good. What's the latest post on this now? Right. Okay. In the next few minutes, we will hear what sanctions the UK will put on Russia. All right, following the invasion. All right, there'll be a statement in the House of Commons at around 5 o'clock. Well, I'll be making the vlogumentary by then. Then after that, US President Joe Biden plans to make his first public remarks on the new conflict in the Ukraine. And that's at around 17:30 GMT, and that's what the White House says. Meanwhile, Ukraine's ambassador to the US is calling for Russia to be cut off from the SWIFT money transfer system. Now, just on this one, and I do know about banking as well, essentially, this is for faster payments and most international transfers. This is actually kind of quite significant. Now, the reason for this is, if it's able to cut off sources of money to Russia, the consensus is that it can slow down any potential war effort for funding and equipment. This probably might backfire. Russia could just say, right, if you're going to do that, then we'll cut off gas supplies, because Russia actually export. In terms of natural gas, they're the biggest exporters in the world. So that could backfire. It could be kind of quite serious with that. But again, Russia have certainly other allies like Belarus, China on their side, and other people that they can trade with. So that would be kind of interesting if such moves go through. Now, that I do know of, Russia, I do believe, have 5 major institutions financially here in the UK that could very well find themselves, how can we put it, blockaded. And that we do know of, there are several high profile Russian individuals that have had assets frozen. I do believe that a major bank here in the UK that deals with Russia has had its assets frozen as well. If it hasn't already done so, it soon will. Moreover. But again, on this one, you'll have to stand by for my main vlogcumentary on this one, I think. Moldova braced for Ukrainian arrivals. Okay. And there's a citywide curfew in Kiev. Right. Well, that's interesting in itself because this has been brewing up over the course of several months, at least for the last few weeks. So people have definitely had the opportunity to GTFO long before this. Oh yeah, it looks like they are serious. So this could be as significant as possibly what we saw in World War II. Right. So again, we'll have to wait for my full documentary on this one. But I just thought I would share that with you just quickly, and we'll go from there. I'll see you soon, and like, comment, subscribe as always, and I will see you in the main one.